All right, so here we go again. Now, you will come across instances in this game where they would just outright ignore your command to do something. It could be to shoot the ball, it's usually to pass it, or to try to cut off a pass, but whatever the case may be, there'll be certain moments where they will conveniently ignore your command to do a certain thing. And I say conveniently because it would only happen at certain moments where it really does matter the most. So it lets you know that it's done deliberately. All right. So in this instance right here, this is a really fucked up game, man. I just want to put that out there. It's a really fucked up game because of, I mean, fuck it here. So now at this moment right here, I'm trying to pass this damn ball like hell. You could just imagine at a moment like this where you got a guy wide open cutting to the basket, easy bucket, right? Easy money. So you could just imagine I'm going through hell, constantly hitting the button, using the icon, using the A button. I'm doing anything I could to pass the ball, but 2K was not going to allow that to happen. They could not allow me to pass that ball because they understood what time it was. At least the AI understood that. So the AI is ignoring my command to pass the ball. All right. This is why I say if you were to implement 2K's AI into like another kind of game, a fighting game, it would make more sense how horrible of an idea it was to make the AI do the things that it does because it controls certain elements of the game that it has no fucking business controlling. It should not be preventing me from passing the fucking ball. That should not be happening. All right? But continuing on, and what happens after this lets you know that's what the issue was. All right? So now it gets to a point. Pay attention to also when he's going to the basket. Instead of him continuing to make his cut to the basket, they make him curve outwards. Look at this. Boom. You see where he stopped and then he curves outwards. All right. That was all done by design. Also because they do little things at in a sequence in order to come to a certain outcome, to a desired outcome. All right, and it looks like it's really nothing, but in the grand scheme of things, it matters a lot. The little things that they're doing to fuck you over. So now, I finally am allowed to pass the ball, and here's what happens. Boom. What did I say in the last video? You have these instances where if you're passing the ball to somebody that's wide open, sometimes they will cause that person to fumble the ball or to not catch it immediately. Or I gotta get the ball, I dropped it on, and now you gotta fumble it around and fuck around in order to get the ball. And they're doing it to uh, slow down your ability to actually execute whatever your plan is. So in this instance, if he'd have just caught the ball, it could have just been an easy layup. Who knows? It probably would have made him go into some sort of over exaggerated animation and not really got it off anyways. But they did this so that what I'm trying, the point would not be scored. And then you also pay attention to this guy right here. Look at how quickly he was able to basically suction over in front of the man to try to defend. Really, he was trying to get a steal. The AI wanted that to be a steal. That's why they suctioned him over so quickly, but it didn't work out, so they allowed him to basically defend the shot. And obviously he misses it. Now, let's go back. Let's go back and let's look at this. What is this? In any real game, what is this right here? In any real game, let's go back a little bit further. In any real game, how does this scenario end? Let's say real life. How does this scenario end? Even if he did fumble the ball, how does this scenario end? You know how it ends, right? That's an easy bucket. That's an easy bucket, especially with someone who's a decent enough scorer in the paint. All right, that's a E because he is basically wide open. He's basically wide open. And I'm saying this: you count everything. All right, let's say you pass the ball late, just like I did. That's still a bucket, but in 2K, because they know how to manipulate the flow of a possession, they know how to manipulate everything to make it not appear like what it actually is. So for the average person, they're not going to see this as being cheating. They're just going to look at it as some sort of blooper, or they're just going to look at it like, a failed play, a failed possession. But when you understand what we understand, at least what I understand, you know that this was done deliberately to prevent uh, uh, us from scoring. All right? Just look at this. Common sense should tell you I'm trying to pass the ball because I'm right here, I'm right there next to the guy that's running to the basket. Common sense should tell you I've been trying to pass the ball and they forced me to get it off late. The moment I seen him moving that way, I'm trying to pass the ball. The moment I seen it happen, all right, and then they forced me to go into this sort of this stumbling, fumbling, bumbling bullshit right here. But it's 2K, man. We all know how this shit work by now. Peace.